and I've developed a taste for delicately brewed succulents since my foray on minced.
Senior Notary Flight is tucking his napkin into the neckline of his shirt.
He fluffs his cravat. He adjusts his sleeves, preparing to dine. Incidentally, I refamiliarized myself this weekend with the original bill of sale and associated contractual documents from the asset acquisition of the islet of Minst, which is the matter we desire to speak with you about tonight, Baron Laszlo.
Thank you. I'm glad someone wants to talk business. Let's go.
Imogen Loxley sits up in her chair.
Very well. Let's discuss the reason we've gathered here. As we all know, Baron Laszlo recently sold us the property known as Minst. Not so long after the closure of this transaction, the property rapidly depreciated in value when
there is a silence. Laszlo is waiting mildly.
Yes. When the moon... what?
Imelda jumps in. Well, when an abrupt destabilization caused a decrease in altitude to a hazardous degree, well...
She trailed off as well. This is a tricky one. How do you broach this subject?
Cosma is very much enjoying their discomfort. Oh, you mean when the moon blew up and created a huge terror storm that killed a bunch of people, forced the evacuation of the entire islet, wildly transformed the only significant settlement on the median, and completely fucked up your economy?
The clinking of silverware has ceased. Hieronymus Loxley takes a tense, challenging sip of wine.
Yes, well, that, concedes Imogen Loxley.
Milton Flight is a champion and is unconcerned and unruffled. The fact is, the timing, Baron Laszlo, is curious. We would not be doing our due diligence if we did not investigate the possibility of...
Oh, that I did this on purpose.
She chomps a stem of seared laurel.
That I sold you faulty merchandise, or sabotaged it.
Another long pause.
Boy, this is a dinner full of long pauses.
Not in so many words,
says Imogen Loxley delicately.
Cosmo wipes her mouth with a napkin, deliberately staining it with her dark, rich burgundy lipstick, and sets it down. Neat. Okay, I'm gonna talk for a while now, since you are all so bad at it.
Here it comes. The upper trusts sit forward attentively.
Wine glasses held in suspension before them.
Cosmo steeples her fingers. You gotta, when you're giving a speech like this, you kind of have to. I didn't come all this way so you could ask me questions about the moon. I've got bigger problems with you than you have with me. The trust has been too big for its britches for a while now, and it's only getting worse as time goes on. You are a creepy cult that spreads like poison through everything you touch, and I'm here to draw a line with you. That line is the median. You will not cross the median. All this downward expansion you've been trying to do with Minst, it's over.
One of the Loxley's attendants sees that Imogen's glass of water is running a little bit low, but fearfully declines to take action to remedy that particular situation.
Second thing, the breach. If people want to quit you let them quit. Let them live their lives and stop chasing them up and down the cosmos. They don't belong to you. They belong to me. I am the breach.
The silence is loud.
So many different flavors and textures of silence.
First course plates are awkwardly removed before soup bowls are delivered to the diners. Small florets of delicate fungi gently melt into the broth, yet no one reaches for their spoons. This is an awkward dinner, and Cosmo Laszlo is far from finished.
Since you were asking, or trying to get the words out, did I blow up your moon?
Rain rattles the window.
through. Both the trusts and the barons have been increasingly at the ready as the tension ratchets up, and now they're poised for something to go down in a major way.
Interestingly, Cosmo's own people look as surprised as anyone else to hear her confession. Expressions of shock, confusion, breaking through their stony facades as they dart glances at one another. But they're professionals. It's not stopping them from doing their jobs right now.
The Loxleys' personal bodyguards have stepped discreetly into protective positions. Imelda has clapped her hands to her mouth.
Senior notary Milton Flight, well, actually looks pretty much the same. He's a stone-cold guy.
Maybe a little more dour than usual.
Point is, he's kind of a dour guy, but
Cosmo Laszlo, on the other hand, looks mighty pleased.
Every part of this has been my plan to put you back in your place. You should be grateful. I could destroy you if I wanted, but I'm nice enough to let you keep existing if you stay away from my territory.
Burns Loxley is still holding his wife's hand firmly. He gives it a little squeeze for reassurance. What do you mean by that, precisely, Baron?
Imogen gazes at Laszlo. Yes, Baron, I would hope that is not perhaps a threat.
The breach isn't just out there. It's in here. Inside the trust. Inside the company. Inside this city. Maybe inside this very room.
Everyone looks at everyone.
Guards look at guards.
The Loxleys look at the notaries.
Notaries look at guards.
It's kind of like that Spider-Man meme.
It's exactly like that. No one moves. Everyone points.
Romulus especially looks very tense. But only you notice that. No one else here seems to think he looks particularly amiss.
You think everyone who hates the trust runs away from it. Plenty of them stay right where they are. My people are everywhere, and they have instructions to follow if I am apprehended or harmed in any way. Instructions you really won't like.
She drains her wine glass in one smooth slurp.
Lightning flashes across Cosmo's numerous, massive rings, twinkling against the cut crystal of the glass.
You have one day to formally agree to my demands. If you instead use this day to, I don't know, figure out how you're gonna fuck with me, I'm gonna fucking kill you. God, this soup tastes bad.
All of the trustees' soups remain untouched, in fact. Everyone's somewhat lost their appetite.
Everyone's dining on Cosmo's words.
What a gift her presence is.
Imogen clears her throat. Impressively well put together given what's going on here tonight.
The soup is better warm. Well, that's all very interesting. What I'm hearing is that you're frustrated with the trust. While I appreciate you going to this level of detail, we're in a bit of an awkward situation.
Senior Notary Flight nods. You see, Baron Laszlo, neither myself nor Mrs. Loxley have the authority we did just a few days ago to make decisions on behalf of the trust. Not even our new Arc Auditor Goldfinch can do that. All of your grievances really must be brought to the attention of...
Oh, now I see where this is going. You're about to tell me that that small-time strip club owner from Midst you ordained 2 days ago is...
King Triangle. Yep.
A languid, wrecked voice emanates from the doorway.
Sorry I'm late. I got lost in my new mansion again. Oh, God, my bees asleep again. I'm sorry I'm not more late. Oh, well, the burdens of public service.
The Loxley staff immediately clear the offensive soup course away and replace it with some steaming flanks of what conceivably could be seared and seasoned cabbage, if cabbage existed.
It's kind of like cabbage.
Sort of.
It's one of those things, again. You're a pro now. You know what to do.
As Weep arrives, a new roster of staff process in behind him.
Clearly his minions.
They release large blackout curtains from their pinions as a vast lightning strike beams, brilliant moons through the ghastly silhouette of a skeleton wrapped in a translucent jello skin, clad in the glorious vestments of the Tripotentiary.
Beside him, connected to him, on a little wheeled contraption, is pulling along a miniature, portable version of the big medical device he has at home. The machine wheezes rhythmically, coaxing a constant flow of black ichor from his veins.
Whoa, you don't look at all how I pictured you.
Well, they say I got a face for a telephonic. How you doing, Cosmo Laszlo? It's a pleasure to meet you at last. How funny it is, though, that our very first meeting should be under these circumstances. I hope I did not annoy you too much with all my letters back when I used to be working at that cabaret.
Not at all. Barely remember them, to be honest.
Weep's grim company guards stand behind his chair, ever watchful. These are, again, as you may remember, the specialized Tripotentiary Guard, decked out in unique livery, reflecting their special assignment to Weep.
At his arrival, Imelda leans in just as Weep is taking stock of his place setting.
Eyeing the weird food.
Hello, Tripotentiary. Baron Laszlo here was just informing us that she is in charge of the entire breach, that she blew up Mitsune and seeks to bring ruin to the Trust unless we meet her demands.
Oh, nice. Could you pass me some of that wine?
He glugs himself a nice glass full, lights a cigarette.
Oh, you can actually see the smoke slide into his pulsing, translucent trachea and bubbles
Ew.
through the open V of his tunic.
I like this one. He turns around with his new glass of wine in hand. Yeah, don't worry about filling me in. I got the Baron herself right here.
He turns in his chair, fixing Cosmo once again with his ink-stained gaze.
Madam Laszlo, if you could please repeat everything you just said to everybody here, thanks.
To Weep's credit, Cosmo is briefly dumbfounded. I don't have time for this. You all can fill in your weird new mascot yourselves. I'll only repeat one thing. You have 1 day to give me your formal agreement in writing. I'm done here. I'm gonna go get dinner.
And with that, Cosmo Laszlo stands from her chair, turns with a whirl of her jacket, a click of her cane, and processes crisply out of the room with her retinue at her heels.
There's gotta be some place in this city you can find some real food.
It is a testament to how seriously her threats have been taken that no one moves to stop her.
And as dramatically as she made her entrance, Laszlo is gone.
Imelda attempts decorously to break the ensuing silence.
Somebody's got to get you up to speed, Tripotentiary, and I'm happy to do so as your Arch Auditor. When the Baron arrived, we started by talking about our weekends. I had tried a new tea, Milton here was revisiting some of the original sale details, and Cosmo was very, frustrated about her
Imelda
situation.
carries on with a grand retelling of the evening's antics. But while that's going on, let's just zoom in on Weep's horrible see-through head and straight into his horrible see-through thoughts.
He is in high spirits, enjoying dinner with a healthy gusto, completely disregarding every single word Imelda is telling him. This is going